Hey, how's it going? Kenny here, and welcome to episode 1 of my brand new series, Non-League to Giants. The team I've selected to take over, first of all, is Dover Athletic, who are currently sitting in the Vanarama South, just been relegated from the Vanarama National, but they've been on a downward spiral now for the last couple of seasons. Those of you who've been around here for a while will know about my non-league to Giants save from last season with Hereford. It was a very good series. I liked it a lot, but it did drag on a little bit. I did 22 seasons with the same club in Hereford, so this time around I decided to do things a little bit different. I have decided to take over Dover in the Vanarama South. Last season was the Vanarama North. This time I've done it in the Vanarama South. That is not the only change, though. Also, I will not refuse any job offers that come my way. I did say last time round with my Hereford save that I would not take any jobs. I want to take Hereford from the Vanarama North to the Premier League and beyond, which I did do. But as I said, 22 seasons is just a bit long for me. And also, I'm not saying that I won't take Dover from the Vanarama South until the Premier League. I'm not saying that I'll take any jobs. But realistically, I will start to take other jobs and just try and get there quicker, I guess you could say. And also just try and keep the series a little bit interesting, not being the same club for however many episodes as it was last season on the Hereford save there. So it'll be a little bit different this time round, but main focus right now, of course, and for the foreseeable future, is Dover Athletic. The reason why I picked Dover was because, well, they're a team who have been struggling the last couple of seasons, and I think they were destined for relegation back in 2020 season or 2021, back when the COVID pandemic was at its peak, in England at least, and also the rest of the world as well. And since then, it's been terrible. I think last season, I'm not entirely sure about the record, but last season they finished bottom of the league, and it was just something stupid, like a couple of points or so, and ridiculous. They just were not made for that division whatsoever. And I chose Dover because, although they've just been relegated, so you might think that, they've just been relegated, so they must be favourites to go up. They're not favourites to go up, and they're not favourites to go down either. I didn't want to pick a team who were strong favourites or one of the promotion favourites to go up. A bit like last year, Hereford were predicted to finish 10th when I took over, I think it was. And Dover, believe it or not, I predicted to finish 10th as well. Just a coincidence. When I saw Dover there in the Vanarama South, I just decided, you know what, this looks like a team I want to be. And they're not favourites to go down, they're not favourites to go. They're just more of a mid-table club looking for a top half finish. And I'll be kind of disappointed if I don't push for the playoffs at least. Last time round with Hereford, I did just pass expectations in the first season, has to be said. I got promoted in the first season through the playoffs and almost finished top of the league, so that was brilliant. But with Dover this time round, I'm not sure how it'll work, to be honest with you. But anyway, let's just have a brief outlook at Dover, shall we? Of course, I don't know if Dover have ever been above the Vanarama National. I've never seen it myself. I don't think so. Considering they've been a year founded as 1983, probably not. Well, the reputation is 1 star, which is not too surprising. Hopefully we can get that up. Also, another thing I said that I want to manage multiple teams in the series here. Another thing I want to do though is I want to make sure I leave the club in a better situation than I found it. That's for sure. So, for example, if I take over Dover here, I don't want to leave Dover in the Vanarama South. I want to leave in the Vanarama National at least, or some other teams, say for example. So, hopefully I do that, and but as I said, I'm not planning to take over another team after Dover. If another team comes my way, though, I'll definitely consider it, and I'll definitely take a good job offer, that is for sure. But anyway, right now is all about Dover Athletic, of course. My reputation is 1 star. I said media prediction is 10th out of 24 teams. So with that sort of prediction, I wouldn't expect us to finish top of the league, of course. Unless the rules have changed. It was last season, Vanarama North, that team who finishes top qualifies automatically for promotion to the Vanarama National, and 2nd to 7th are in the playoffs, I believe. So with 10th prediction, I don't think we'll be challenging for the title, but we should be able to challenge for the playoffs. Hopefully we can challenge for the playoffs at least. I'd like to get promoted out of the Vanarama South here in the first 2 seasons. That would be ideal for me. I did say that with Hereford in the last time, but we got up in the first season, which was great, of course. Year founded in 1983. Fierce rivals are Gillingham, who are... Well, I'm a bit surprised they're the fierce rivals, to be honest. It must be because they are local. I'm pretty sure, well, I'm 100% sure now that Gillingham was in Kent, nonetheless. Dover, of course, most of us familiar with Dover, the White Cliffs of Dover, southeast of England, right on the edge there. So Gillingham, Dover must be a bit of a Kent rivalry there. I'm a bit surprised it's a fierce rival, though, because Gillingham and Dover, they even met each other in a league competition before. Have Gillingham been down in the Vanarama National? I don't know. I can't recall them being down there, so I don't see how they're quite fierce rival. It must be just because it's a local thing. But normally, a fierce rival, you get to play them at times as well. But saying that, last year, Hereford's fierce rivals were Shrewsbury, and Shrewsbury have been above Hereford for a long time now. So anyway, our fierce rivals are Gillingham. Hopefully, we get to play them at some point. We shall see about that. Anyway, the club history. Not too many trophies as you can see here, but they've only been around since 1983, so can't be too much. They won the English Isthmian League South East Division once. They won the English Southern League Premier Division twice. Won the English Isthmian League Premier Division once, English Southern League Cup, and the English Southern League First Division Southern. So not too much trophies to talk of, just some lower league trophies here. FA Cup, we entered that the second qualifying round. FA Trophy entered that at the second round as well. Well, it says here, upcoming season, Dover suffered relegation from the Ranelagh National last season and will need to adjust to life in the Ranelagh South. Well, thanks for that. Thanks for that information. That really helped a lot there. Thank you. Well, the facilities. That's another thing I forgot to mention as well. Is that Crabby or Crabble? Well, it must be Crabble. That's not an I, is it? That's an L. Yeah, Crabble Athletic Ground, 6,500 capacity. That is actually the biggest stadium in this division there. So that's very interesting. 6,500. That's quite a big stadium at this level, it has to be said. 6th tier. The K Sports Cobdown is the name of the training facilities. Below average training facilities, below average youth facilities as well, and basic youth equipment. Of course, these here don't really. I'm not really interested in developing the facilities at any point in the near future. We'll be able to anyway, probably. All of that will come in time if we start climbing the leagues here, of course. Well, the stadium is quite decent already, to be fair. 6,500 capacity. Wouldn't have to do anything with that for the next few seasons, at least, I should imagine. But the training facilities, of course, I'd love to improve them and the youth facilities at some point. But right now, it's just not important at all. Just when you're in this division, in the 6th tier, it's just mainly just about, let's just get out of the 6th tier. So what I've noticed in my experience with FootballManager is there's a big difference between the 6th tier and the 5th tier in terms of quality. So just need to get out of the 6th tier first of all and just try and build the club from there. Finances, well, I know Dover's really struggled with their finances recently. I think that's one of the main reasons why they really did capitulate. The status is okay, so that's good. That's good. It doesn't say in debt, so that's good. Transfer budget is nothing, but do we expect anything more than nothing? You have to rely on free transfers and loans down in these divisions here. And wage budget is £7,000 per week. I don't know if that's good or bad yet. We shall see. In terms of the club, of course, I know it's not so familiar to me since managing Man United in the last series there. £7,000 a week. It's a big difference than Man United's £4 million a week or so, whatever it is. So, yeah, it's not a lot of money, but hopefully we can see what we can do with it. Well, this is the best team, apparently. It's a 4-4-2. I don't think I'll be going with a 4-4-2, Diamond. I have to be honest. Brundle, wasn't he just the assistant manager there? Assistant manager is Mitch Brundle, and he's there in a team as well. Mitch Brundle. Well, he's 27 years of age. Centre midfielder. That's very rare, isn't it, to see a player with a staff profile. You can't see a staff profile now for some reason. But, yeah, it's very bizarre to see a player with a staff profile at the age of 27. Very bizarre. And he's my assistant manager. Okay, Mitch Brundle. Okay, mate. Nice to see you. I've seen worse players at this level, to be honest with you. I don't know. I don't think he's amazing, but I don't think he's terrible either. So another look. Well, you know what? Let's look at these players in more detail after this because you can't look at him properly here. Well, Jim Parmenter is the chairperson. Board culture is sign players under the age of 23 for the first team. So we've got to sign players under the age of 23 for the first team. That is only favoured, so I think I'll be ignoring that for a long time. I don't think that's a focus we need to be focused on. The focus is get out of the 6th tier. That's the only focus. Out of the 6th tier, keep under the wage budget. That's it. That's my two main rules. Under the wage budget, aim for promotion. That's it. Work within wage budget required, as it always is in every single save you do. But more importantly, in these lower leagues here, you've got to stay under the wage budget. That is for sure. Grow the club's reputation as well. Well, that's going to happen if we get promoted, of course. So hopefully that can happen. End of current. Okay. I was expecting a little bit more leniency there, to be honest. But it seems like the board are demanding that we do reach the playoffs this season. Despite predicted finish in 10th place, they expect us to reach around our South playoffs. So a little bit of pressure, but I thrive under pressure, so it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Be competitive in the FA Cup, I like that. Be competitive in the FA Trophy as well. So these two, doesn't really matter too much. But reach around our South playoffs. Well, anyway, whatever happens with Dover, if I end up getting sacked, I don't reach the requirements, then this series is going to carry on, and I'll just take over another club. So it's fine in that regard, but there's a little bit of pressure there. I would like to have just said top half finish, because then we know, all right, top half finish, should be able to get that quite comfortably. But reach the playoffs, you have to reach the playoffs. So we shall see what happens. Hopefully we can do that. Any other big ones here? Continue to challenge for round. Well, there's nothing really in terms of the requirements apart from reach the Aram South playoffs. Hopefully we can do that. Well, in terms of the tactics for Dover here, well, of course, I need to look at the players in detail first before I decide on the tactic. But one thing I do like to play, especially down in the lower leagues, is with a counter-attacking style. I just don't think that down in the lower leagues here, they very much suit any of these top four tactics, to be honest. The control possession, gegenpress definitely not down in these leagues. You know what, I've really got off the gegenpress in recent times as well, the last couple of FMs, to be honest. It used to be my go-to tactic every single save I did basically for a long time, but now I've just gone completely off it, mainly because of Man United probably. But yeah, gegenpress definitely not at this level. I just don't see how or why it'd be convenient to play control possession or tiki-taka style football down here in the lower leagues, to be honest with you. So these are the sort of tactics I'll be looking at, and of course I'll do my own tweaks to the tactic at some point. But wing play, route one, fluid counter-attack, direct counter-attack, there's anyone anywhere in the world. Please, if you do, then just try something else, please. Because do you play with a Catenaccio or a park the bus style? I just think these two are just completely ignored by every single person who plays FootballManager. If they're not, then they are very bizarre people. I'll be looking at these four here, really. Wing play, route one, fluid counter-attack, and direct counter-attack. But I'll probably be going with some sort of counter-attacking style. And also we've got a thumbs up from the assistant manager there. And also he plays in the team. So that's a good sign that it's probably a counter-attack we need to go with. And right now I'm going to select direct counter-attack. See what I do. Let's go with the old classic down here, the 4-4-2. That's what we're set up right now. Direct counter-attack 4-4-2. This will probably change before the start of the first game when I look at the team. And let's have a quick look at the team. And who is the best player according to the assistant manager? Would have thought he'd say himself, wouldn't you? But no, he doesn't say himself. He's down there, 3.5 stars. Well, he's giving himself solid. Not a lot of players, first of all, as you'd expect, down here in the 6th tier. Got 19 players in the first team here. Got a development centre, of course. We got any player. We got a B team. Not too surprised about that. Didn't have a B team with Hereford either. We've got 2 players in here though. 1 century, 4.5 stars, but they just don't really matter at all. There's just absolutely no point at all having any sort of youth prospects down on this level. So we'll move up to the first team anyway. Add a little another body in there, shall we say? But of course he hasn't got anything about him at all. And Noah Carney as well, potentially 3 stars. Let's get him in the first team as well. But so 21 players in total. I've seen smaller squads, to be honest with you, but need to sign some players up. Anyway, talking about the finances. What about the finances? Well, nothing in the transfer budget. We are under the wage budget. We're £300 under wage budget, but that's not going to get us too many players, is it? In terms of free transfers or on loans. So, might have to sell a couple of players. We shall see. But yeah, in terms of the best player at the club, well, apparently it's Chicky Candy, who is Welsh. Sometimes it takes a little bit of adjustment for me to get used to who's going to be the best players at this level or not, but I don't think he looks very good. To be honest with you, I don't think he looks very good. Of course, he doesn't look very good. Like, we're comparing him to Ronaldo, but in terms of this level, I don't think he looks very good. I've seen worse, but if he's our best player, then that's a bit concerning. I'm not saying he's not good enough to play for us, but if he's our best player, then that's a little bit concerning, it has to be said. A little bit concerning. Anyway, got a little bit of pace about him, I guess. A little bit. 13 acceleration, 14 pace. I guess that's something. You've got player traits here as well. Runs with ball often, knocks ball past opponents. So he'd probably be a decent player, as we shall see. But star player, really? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. Let's have a look at some other players here. We've got Lee Martin here, who's a veteran, a 35-year-old veteran. Well, he's got no physicals, that's for sure. He's got no pace. Says he can play as a left wing, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to play him on the left wing with that pace. 7 acceleration, 9 pace. He's got a little bit of good vision about him, though. 12 passing, 12 vision. That's pretty good at this level. 10 free kick taken, 10 corners as well. 9 penalty taken. He winds up the opponent, runs with ball often as well. I don't know him running with the ball, to be honest with you. But yeah, all in all, he looks quite, technically and mentally, he looks quite good at this level. Where has he played for in the past? Ebbsfleet are the big boys in the league, apparently, by the way. They're strong favourites to win the title. Exeter, he played for Exeter for a long time as well. He even played for Millwall. And Ipswich. He's definitely been around the block, hasn't he? So, yeah, he could be an important player for us, this Lee Martin, in terms of, I think he's just sit in that hole and just spray the passes to everyone. And hopefully that can work. Jordan Higgs. I have to be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed with the team right here. He's our right midfielder, and he's not an attacking player. He's our right midfielder, and he's not an attacking player. He looks more like a defender. He looks more like a right back than a right mid. He's got no pace whatsoever. He's got 9 acceleration, 10 pace. Yeah, he's not a great right winger. Let's have a look at a couple of other players here. Tyrone Sterling, another veteran. He's 34 years of age. Left back / centre back. He's not too bad. He's not too bad. He's left footed, so he might runs with ball rarely. So if he's a left back, you have to be probably a no nonsense fullback, or he'll be a centre back as well. We shall see about him. Only 5'11", especially in this sort of level as well, because a lot of teams go with target forward, so you might get bullied as a centre back, to be honest. So looking more like a left back to me. Got no pace, but as a no nonsense fullback on defend, he might just be needed for that sort of role there. We shall see about him. But yeah, at the moment the team is not looking great. Alfie Paxman. Oh my word, he is absolutely terrible. He is absolutely useless. What on earth? Oh my god, what is this team? What have I put myself into? What have I put myself into? This team is terrible. I don't even want to look at him anymore. Well, it's obvious every single year when you do if you do a save like this, of course, that you need a dip into the transfer market. Look for some free agents and look for some loan signings as well. Who is the highest earner at the club, by the way? Luke Winodio, 625. Also, of course, we are a semi-professional team, so it's all on part-time contracts, part-time training, and everything like that as well. So it makes it even more harder to sign players. That's why I said it's a big difference between the 6th tier and the 5th tier. A massive, massive difference, in my opinion. When you start going from the 5th to the 4th tier to League 2, it starts to get not as much of a big of a jump, in my opinion, but from the 6th to the 5th tier, in terms of the quality of players you can bring in, there's a big difference, in my opinion. Big difference. You can still find some absolute gems in the 6th tier, don't get me wrong, who can be great players for you this level and the 5th and the 4th level, even sometimes as well. But it's just a fraction of the players you can attract at this level, and you can do it in the Van National there. But Luke Winodio is apparently a fringe player. He's our highest earner at £625 a week. He looks half decent. But to be honest with you, on that sort of wages, I might be interested in selling him to try and bring some more players in. Brundle, I don't think we can sell him. To be honest with you, he's our assistant manager. I can't go around selling my assistant manager, can I? He's not great, but he's my assistant manager, for goodness sake. 27 years of age, assistant manager, 15 leadership as well, which is a nice trait to have. So I'll try and keep him about, I guess. But some of these other players, Jake Goodman, doesn't look too bad, to be fair. No pace on him, but it doesn't look too bad as a centre back. Jordan Higgs just looked at him. He's pretty useless, wasn't he? Reece Grant as well. My word, he's not great, is he? But yeah, the team is just... Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. Well, let's have a look at the season preview. I said Ebbsfleet are strong favourite. Yeah, Ebbsfleet are 2-9 to go up. So you'd expect them to go up quite comfortably, wouldn't you? Really, that's very short odds at this level here. We've got any players in the Dream 11 here? Cookie's not one of ours, is he? No. Bath City Cousins, he's not ours. No. So none of our players in there. Who are they saying is our best 2 players then? Or Candy. And there's a big jump to our next best player, isn't there? Oh my word. Judd. Didn't even see him in there. Miles Judd. Not too bad. You know, he's alright. He's alright as a right back, Judd. He's alright. He's got a little bit of versatility about him as well. So a little bit of promising signs there. But as I said, down in 9th place here, 18-1. But Ebbsfleet are strong favourites, so they should finish top of the league, really, with that sort of odds there. And Cheshunt are strong favourites to go down. So take the top and the bottom team out of the equation here. It's almost like a free-for-all, really, let's be honest. But that sort of odds, realistically, we should be pushing for the playoffs. We should be pushing for the playoffs. We're finishing in 9th and 10th. But I don't like it, the fact that it's our minimum expectation is to reach the playoffs. I'd like it if it was reach to our finish. But it is what it is. A little bit of pressure is nice. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get everything set up. I'm going to set up my tactic. I'm going to figure out what players I want to try and get rid of somehow. I'm going to try and figure out some players to bring in somehow. Bring in some coaches. Whatever. Well, you can't bring in many coaches, can you? One coach probably. So yeah, I'm going to see what I can do with the team here. I'm going to try and get us ready for the first game, and I'll bring you back for the first game of the season, the first game of non-league to Giants, away to Worthing. So it is the 6th of August. It's time for the first game of the season. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to bring in a lot of players that I wanted to be honest with you. I still got some transfers that are pending, and also I'd still like to bring in some players, but unfortunately for now, we haven't really shown the team too much. Before we get started with the transfers, those guys, please remember that if you like this video, hit that like button for me, and also hit that subscribe button as well. It'd really help me out, and he much appreciated as well. So first of all, let's get to the players that have left us. Well, all these players here have already left. James Catton's on to Hereford. Who's this guy? Hereford are one of my favourite teams now. He's not much of a loss, to be honest. Anyway, don't get distracted, Kenny. The players have left us. I've sold 4 players, all on a free transfer, though, because obviously you don't expect to get a big transfer fee at this level, any sort of transfer fee. I just had to give him off the wage bill, to be honest with you. Luke Guanadio. I did just mention him there. He's gone to South Shields on a free transfer. South Shields, are they playing in the 6th tier now? No, they're not playing in the 6th. Kevin Phillips is the manager of South Shields. Look at that. Look at Kevin Phillips. I would say I was wondering what he was doing these days, but that is what he's doing. If any of you was wondering what Kevin Phillips was up to these days, he is manager of South Shields. So good luck. I think South Shields are in the 7th tier then, because in my Hereford save last season, they went up to the 6th tier. They were actually quite a good team in the 6th tier. So I think they're a team knocking on Van Armour South and, well, Van Armour North. Because I know their name's South Shields, but I'm pretty sure South Shields is right next to Newcastle, so they'll be in the Van Armour North, of course. I think they're knocking on the door for that. But yeah, Luke Guanadio has gone there on a free transfer. He was the highest earner at the club, and he wasn't the best player at the club, so good to get rid of him. That was nice. £625 a week he was on. Also, George Nikaj has got a Hitchin on a free transfer. He was a youngster, striker, not great at all, as you can see here, and he was on a bit of money as well, so got rid of him, which is nice to see. Will Mose, these next 3 are all like youth players, effectively, but they was all on well, not big contracts at this level, but they were on money. They were on hundreds of pounds, which is a lot of money at this level, and they had to get rid of it. Will Moses has gone to Folkestone on a free transfer as well. As you can see here, he's terrible. He's terrible. Absolutely terrible. I'm sorry, Will, but you are terrible. Absolutely terrible. Not good enough for anything here for us. And Harrison Byford has also joined him at Folkestone. They must be best mates or something. He's gone there as well, and he's equally as terrible. So they both left us. They're both on about £250 a week, so had to get rid of them, and got about freed up at least 1.2k in wages there from sending these 4, so that was great. In terms of the players that have joined us, 3 new players have joined us, 2 on a free transfer and 1 on a loan signing, so definitely strengthened a little bit. The first one is Jack Madeline, and he doesn't look incredible, but apparently he's incredible at this level. He's gone straight into the Media Dream 11, so that is great. He's a new centre-back. Jack Madeline got him on a free transfer. He played for Wimbledon before, I think. Yeah, he played for AFC Wimbledon. Obviously, we had no club now. Got him on a free transfer. He's an important. Also, the fact that if he's actually this good, like they say, and he's only on £250 a week, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. 2-year contract as well. So obviously, down in the lower leagues here as well, your players all run out of contract at the end of the season. So to get him down for 2 years is very nice. He can also play right back, which is great. It's saying that his best position is right back, but I firmly see him as our new centre back. That's why I signed him. I didn't sign him as a right back. Got a good enough right back as it is. So yeah, he looks quite good. 16 determination is quite nice. He's Welsh as well. 4.5 star, potentially 5 stars. He's just overall quite good. I've tried to look for a centre back who had a little bit of pace about him, and I know what you're thinking. 11 pace, Kenny. That's not much pace, is it? But what I mean is that I didn't want a centre back who was dirt slow, because our other centre back is dirt slow. So I wanted one who had a little bit of pace about him. That's why I went for Jack Madeline effectively, and also the fact that he's just quite good, overall quite good. He's still young as well, so maybe he'll develop a little bit. We shall see. He's one of those sort of players as well that if he got promoted, he could be good enough to play in the Van National as well. So yeah, very happy with that. Free transfer, £250 a week. Happy days. Jack Madeline's joined us. Also, Andre da Silva Mendes has joined us on loan from Morecambe. He's our new goalkeeper. I know what you're thinking. He's not amazing. Yeah, I know he's not amazing, but we didn't really have any other options. We had a player on a short list. His name is Mitch. Mitch something. Where is he? Mitch Walker. I wanted to sign him. He looks very, very good. And as any Dover fans watching this, you will know Mitch Walker because he's a former Dover legend. And this cheeky sod wants to come out to the club and he wants to bankrupt the club, basically. We're taking all the money out of the wages. Disgraceful behaviour. Disgraceful behaviour. He did play in the Van National last season for Aldershot, but he's clubless right now. His favourite team is Dover as well. He supports Brighton, but his favourite team is Dover as a player. So why would he not come home? Why would you not want to come home, Mitch? He doesn't want to come home. He wants to take all the money from us. So unfortunately, we weren't able to get Mitch Walker back at the club. So we had to settle. As you can see here, all these other players here, but none of them really want to join us, to be honest with you. So we had to settle on Andre da Silva Mendes as our new goalkeeper. I wouldn't say he's absolute filth, but I wouldn't say he's much to shout about either, to be honest with you. We shall see how he does. We've got 2 goalkeepers at the club now. We only had 1 at the start, so I need another one, that is for sure. And if he's useless, I have to get the other one a go, who's 40 years of age, by the way. So, 19-year-old Da Silva Mendes and a 40-year-old other goalkeeper. So it's a big difference there, isn't it? But we shall see who is the better one, and hopefully we can sign a better goalkeeper down the line at some point. We shall see. And also, finally, I've signed a new striker, James Constable. Well, Some of you may be familiar with his name. I was familiar with his name. I knew I heard of his name somewhere. I just couldn't think where I heard him from. I was looking back here. I was like, I wouldn't have heard of an Eastleigh striker. It must have been from Oxford. Back in the Oxford days, I must have heard of him back then. 26 goals from Oxford back in the Van National. 23, 17 as well. But that was a long time ago now. And he's been playing in the Southern Premier Central last season with Banbury, Van Arama South for Hungerford as well. So he's not been at a great level, has to be said. But with that being said, he still looks quite decent, to be fair. He still looks quite decent. He's a target forward type. So I was trying to look for a striker who had a bit of pace about him, a good finishing and composure as well. I wanted a quick striker to go along with our target forward we already have. But unfortunately, I couldn't really find a player like that. I'm still trying to find a player like that, to be honest. But Constable's better than the striker we have already at the club. He's obviously got something about him in the air. He's not the greatest target forward you've ever seen in your life, or target man, if you want to call it these days. 11 heading, 15 bravery, only 11 jumping reach. When he's 6'2", it's poor. It's more than that. 12 strength as well. But he is a target man nonetheless. So we shall see what he does against some of the smaller forwards in the league. And I'm committed now to a target man, so hopefully he can impress for us. But yeah, he's been there, done it all. He's been there for Oxford, banging the goals for them. I feel like he's still got a little bit left in the tank. You see from his physicals here, it's not completely diminished. So we shall see what happens with James Constable there. In terms of other transfers, of course, no one else has joined us as of yet. I did try to sign Bailey Akehurst from fierce rivals Gillingham on loan for the season. Unfortunately, he rejected us though, and he went to Barnet. That was it. Another team of mine. I took from Van Arama National to the Premier League many years ago though. Barnet, many years ago. So I've gone for Albie Armin instead of Akehurst. He plays at Ipswich currently, and I'm trying to get him on loan for the end of the season. He's 18 years of age. So yeah, he's quite overall decent. He can play centre-back as well. Don't see him as a centre-back though, to be honest with you, but he can play there, to be fair. Yeah, we're desperate for a left-back. Need a left-back or a centre-back. I've gone for a left-back. And Armin looks like Armin's ideal because he can play left-back and centre-back. So hopefully we can get him in. No one else has gone in for a bid for him. Wanted by Chelmsford as well. So we shall see about Armin, but hopefully he can join us. We shall see about that. And also Harry Titchmarsh. I've tried to get him on loan from Peterborough as well. He's only 17, but he looks quite good. The reason I'm drawn towards him as well is he's quite good physically, and I need a little bit of a physical player there in the midfield. He's got great physicals and speed at this level, has to be said. So trying to get him in, but I don't think we're going to get him in, to be honest with you. He's got like 12 teams after him now. Hereford on there, Bath, Peterborough Sports, Farnborough, Altrincham. You know, if you was Titchmarsh, you'd say, you know what, I'll go to Peterborough Sports. Same level, stay in the same city, happy days. But we're not Titchmarsh, so we see what he can do, and maybe he'll come to us, we shall see. In terms of the squad, in terms of the tactics, first of all, of course we're playing Worthing here today away from home, and I will look at their team first before I decide fully on the tactic. If you watch my Man United series, you'll know that in the final season there, I did lots of tweaks when it came to individual games in that final season there, and it worked a treat. We won the treble in our final season there. So I'll be doing a similar thing here this season with Dover, of course. This is what I've set up with Dover, first of all. It's just a basic direct counter-attack, 4-2-3-1. It was hard to pick what formation to do, to be honest with you. As you see, centre midfield is a real struggle for us, to be honest with you. It's really a real struggle, but we shall see what we do, to be honest with you. Constable up there with target forward attack. Got Candy, winger attack as well. Grant, who's actually a striker, but he can play on the left, which is great. And he's also left-footed, winger and support, so we'll see what he does. Two wingers got a little bit of pace about them. Not quick, to tell you the truth, but a little bit of pace. Martin just sits there in the hole because he can't do anything else really apart from pass the players, so he'll just sit there. And then we've got Baptiste, who I don't really want in the team right now, to be honest. Haven't really got a better option, though, to be honest with you. As you see here, he's not great. So I'd like to sign a centre midfielder. That would be ideal. If Titchmarsh joined us, that would be brilliant. Brundle, my assistant manager, sitting there, ball midfield and defend. Said he's not very physical. He just sit there and defend. He can't pass the ball either. So I'd like someone in there who's got a little bit of physique about them and can pass a little bit. That'd be brilliant to partner Brundle. Right back, I'm quite happy with Judd. He's not amazing, but he's also half decent at this level, so that's great. Left back in Sterling. Well, I think we can get a better centre back who's got a little bit of speed about them, and also Sterling could cover at centre back, so that's why I'm looking for a new left back. I need a new left back. Haven't really got anyone else who can play left back, so that's ideal. And the centre backs, you've got Madeline in there, who's obviously our best defender at the club now. We've got Goodman there next to him, who's half decent, hasn't got any pace about them, but I've got my no-nonsense centre back as well. So, yeah, interesting to see what will happen with the team. Anyway, let's have a quick look at Worthing. Away from home in the first. Worthing, I don't think they've ever been in the Van Arama National. So, what are their season preview? Worthing's 15th, 33-1. So it should be quite an even game, you're looking like that. That's Madeline in the team of the Immediate Dream 11, by the way. There he is, apparently the third best player in the league. So we shall see about Madeline there. But yeah, Worthing literally is 15th. They've just been promoted, though. We've just been relegated, so we're 2 divisions above them last season. So it'd be nice to start off the new campaign with a win, but in the early stages here, I just really want to find out our best way of playing football. But anyway, let's get to this game then. Away to Worthing, the first game of non-league to Giants. Can we start it off with a win? Well, I did just have a quick look at Worthing's team, and it's much more difficult to try and make a plan for these teams here, to be honest, at this level, because all the players just look useless. So it's hard to find a strong point and weakness point. What I did find with Worthing is they've got like pretty much 3 midfielders in there, and they're all like ball-winning midfielder types. So I thought, you know what, we can maybe pass the ball around a little bit here. I'm not going to go. I did say that control possession tiki-taka is stupid, so I'm not going to contradict myself there. But I've changed the direct passing down to standard, and also the tempo from higher down to standard as well. Also, their fullbacks are probably the weakest point of the team, to be honest with you. So I've put Grant on winger attack as well. Also changed the mentality to balanced as well. Constable's a target forward attack as well. They've got a 6'2" centre back. They've also got a 5'11" centre back. So if we can exploit him, that would be great. I've just gone a little bit more balanced and positive in this game. I don't think I'll set up cautious for many games, to be honest with you. We're not really one of the weaker teams in the league, so I don't think cautious is really for us, to be honest. This is more of a positive counter-attack. And let's just see how it will work, I guess. Worthing away from home, the first game of the new season here. Can we start off with a win? Well, let's find out. Okay, here we go. Away to Worthing. The last game I actually played was against Leeds, in the FA Cup final. The next game I'm playing is away to Worthing in the Manor South. So it's a big difference here. And also, we've got a highlight straight from kickoff here. I'm not sure whether that's because it's actually something's going to happen or because it was on extended highlights. I don't know why, but my preferences here were all messed up. I had to set it all up again. It was on extended highlights for some reason. Of course, if we're on extended highlights, there's always a highlight straight from kickoff. So I'm not sure whether this is going to mean much or not. But let's just find out anyway, I guess. Away to Worthing. I'm very nervous because I have no idea what is the best way to go about things here with our club, to be honest with you. So we shall see again. I'm just hoping that it won't be too disastrous at the start here, I'm guessing. We shall see. Well, 7 minutes into the game and not much has happened, but we are the better team in the game so far, which is definitely a promising sign. As you see here, 3 shots, 2 on target. Well, we're definitely restricted them, so whatever I've done so far at the start of the game here is working a little bit. Goodman's having a good game. Get our first corner of the game, though, is Worthing with it. Starkey to take it. I have set up my set pieces again this time round. Have I set it up in a good way or not? I have no idea. Miles Meekham's there. Oh, my word. What on earth has gone on there? It's almost a goal. Don't know what quite was happening there. One centre midfielder I looked at for them, he's very good. This level, I think, is McLeod. He looks very good. Sammy McLeod, he looks like a good player, doesn't he? Just overall, he's just a good player at this level, in my opinion. 17 determination as well is very nice. So he's one to watch out for, Sammy McLeod. He looks quite decent. Anyway, 32 minutes in, we're back on the highlight again. Brundle with a throw-in. He's got a long throw. I forgot to set up long throws. But anyway. Oh, here's Miles Meekham's. Pretty cool name, isn't it? Miles Meekham's. Yeah, the quality just looks so much worse as well. Just look at him run here. Judd wins the ball back, though. Go on, Judd. Who you aiming for, pal? Who you aiming for, Judd? Bit all over the place in a minute. I think we're going to see this a lot in this season, at least. A little bit all over the place. It's been a long time since I played with Hereford back in Van Ham North, to be honest with you. So I'm not quite used to it, but I will get used to it very soon. Here's Constable. Looking for nice pass to Grant. Get back in the box, Constable. He was going for the box. Candy gets it. Oh, my word. Martin, shoot! Martin! Lee Martin! The veteran, the 35-year-old veteran, used to play for Millwall. There's a lot of players who play for Millwall here at the club as well, by the way. I don't know if it's a feeder team of theirs. But Lee Martin, he gets the first goal for Dover in the series. He's always remembered as a hero. 35-year-old Lee Martin. Look at Constable trying to bust a gut there to get back in the box as well. What a hero. Candy crosses it. Lee Martin, the keeper. Definitely some question marks over Mail there. Yeah, we're 1-0 up and we're looking quite good in this first half. I'm quite liking what I'm seeing. We've got a corner now though. Starkey to take it. Oh my word. I did say we need to watch out for Sammy McLeod, and he should have scored there, let's be honest. He should have scored. Anyway, at half time, away from home, we're 1-0 up. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Right, here we go. Second half underway here. It's quite an even game now, to be honest with you. But Yeah, at the moment, winning the game. I don't really care how well we play in the first game, really. If we get the win, I'll be ecstatic with that. But saying that now, Worthy is starting to ease the way into the match, it has to be said. So what changes can I make here? Well, I brought on Krasniqi for Reece Grant then. I put Baptiste on the left as inverted winger on support. Krasniqi is a Kosovan who's 22 years of age for us. He's not great, a great player, that has to be said. But I brought him on nonetheless. Baptiste on the left. I've also gone to cautious. And I put the block a little bit lower as well, just to see if we can hold on to the win here. 1-0 up is a little bit of a risky move to do, but I'd love to just get the win in this game, to be honest with you. I think we can only make 3 changes. I'm sure we can only make 3 substitutions. Not that there's too many options on the bench, it has to be said. That's another reason why I need to sign some more players, because the bench is looking rather abysmal. But you know what? Constable can come off. We're on Alfie Pavey for him. He's another target forward option we have at the club. But our target forwards are not the greatest target forwards I could have hoped for, to be honest with you. Would have liked better. But they are target forwards nonetheless. Anyway, 8 minutes to go here. Keeping a clean sheet in a minute. Pavey wins the ball there. Then he just forgets that there's a football near him. Ooh, nice defending there. Getting worried here though. Are they gonna? Yeah, what are you doing there, mate? Sterling, what are you doing there? Oh, De Silva Mendes, the theatrics. What a save. What a legend. Did it quite deserve that theatrics? I have no idea, but theatrics nonetheless. Hey, that wasn't... Oh, what? For what? Oh, apparently Alfie Pavey brought him on the pitch and he's giving away a penalty to Donut. Who's taking it? Akambi's taking... Come on, be a hero. Oh. I don't believe it. He basically just blasted right at him and he couldn't save it. Well, I did say it's gonna take a lot to get used to this, to be honest with you. It's gonna take a lot to get used to this. It's just awful, isn't it? It's just awful. Need to get used to it for sure. And I still need to buy some players, so I shouldn't get too disheartened here. It's 1-1 and the game's not even over yet. It might lose yet, might win yet, we shall see, but yeah. Haven't been great in the second half, as we said. De Silva Mendes, you let us down a little bit there, pal, because you should be saving that, let's be honest. That is a pretty woeful penalty. I'll back myself to probably save that penalty, to be honest with you, so that is disappointing. And here come Worthing now, looking for the win now, aren't they? Here's Colbrand to McLeod. Lovely little turnaround later on in the game here. We're 2-1 down now, and I don't know what to do with this team. That is the problem. I don't think anyone really knows what to do straight away with a team like this, in this level. They're FootballManager gods apparently, aren't they? So I don't know what to do with this sort of team, to be honest with you. I know what to do now though. We need to go very direct, that is for sure. We'll put Candy up front. Bring on Higgs. Bring Higgs on for Brundle. Well, it started off quite promising in the first half there, but the second half was pretty abysmal. Gave away a penalty in the 84th minute, and then we lost the game in the 88th minute. But it's alright, it's only the first game of the season. Don't know too much about the players yet, to be honest with you. De Silva Mendes did a great save. Well, not a great theatrical save, but then the penalty save there. He should have saved that penalty, shouldn't he? You shouldn't really say too often that the keeper should have saved that penalty, because there's a penalty. They should be scoring every penalty, really. But he should have saved that one, because that was a pathetic penalty. The defence looked quite decent, to be fair. The back four, they did quite well. The goalkeeper's not great, though. I've already signalled it out before the game, though. Yeah, still definitely places we need to strengthen in, that is for sure. And I need to figure out what is the best way to play football with the team. But we shall see how it goes, I guess. The first game did not start off too well. Not too promising, it has to be said. Home to Hungerford next, and home to Tonbridge. Where are they? They're not two big clubs, are they? Hungerford 18th, Tonbridge 17th. Got to get at least 4 points out of those two games. Surely we have to. So let's see. Hopefully we do that. They've got Havant Waterlooville is quite a good team. Ebbsfleet is quite a good team as well. Well, favourites for the title. So in terms of the next episode, although it might backfire on me massively because it might be a bit of a disaster, I'll bring you back for Ebbsfleet away from home and also Eastern Borough away from home as well. Hopefully, we've recorded the win by then, with 3 home games against Hungerford, Tonbridge and Hemel Hempstead. I expect us to win at least 2 of those games, to be honest with you. At home, we should be able to get a lot of wins this season, hopefully. And hopefully I can start to figure out the best way to play football with a team. And hopefully I can sign some new players as well. But anyway, guys, that is the end of episode 1 of the new Non-League Giants here. Please remember, if you like the video, to hit the like button for me. And also, do hit that subscribe button as well, please, guys. It really helped me out. And much appreciated as well. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.